Good Friday morning. Yes, it's Friday. Do you know how long I've waited for this day? I know. 4 days, 4 work days, but seriously, it is Friday. This has been the longest week. Oh my gosh, I don't know why. But anyway, I hope your Friday's going good. And I've been doing some thinking. I've been doing a lot of thinking, actually. I've been watching some other YouTubers and some other vloggers, and one in particular has really got me to thinking. His name is Casey Neistat. He's awesome. If you've never watched him, go find his YouTube channel. He has millions and millions of subscribers. But he makes this statement, and he has this question he asks: what is your story? What is your reason for doing what you do? Why do you do it? Do you do it? Why? Why do you do it? And I have to say, it has seriously gotten me to thinking, why did I decide to vlog? Why did I decide to do what I'm doing? So it seriously got me thinking, why did I start vlogging? What was my reason behind it? Did I have a reason? Did I just pick up my phone one day and say, oh, this seems like something cool to do? Maybe initially that was a little bit of why I did it. It seemed cool. I was able to kind of send videos to some of my family, because we have family all over, literally all over. And you'll see at the end of this month when we go on our trip, our annual girl trip, beach trip, we have people from Illinois, we have people from Texas, we have people from Florida, we have people in Georgia. We literally have people everywhere. Sorry, I forgot to put my seatbelt on this morning. I know, bad. Anyway, so initially that's what it started out as. It was just a way to talk to our family and let them know, hey, how are you doing? You know, this is what's going on in our life. But the more I've done it, the more I've realized, okay, so yeah, I usually vlog on my way to work or on my way home from work. Sometimes I vlog with the kids once they get home from school if we don't have a huge amount of homework. But really, what is my story? So here's my story. I'm married to someone who 6 years ago, as of March the 29th, had a 2,400 pound pipe dropped on him. His neck was broken, his back was broken. We're still dealing with that. We have a struggle with workman's comp. I can give inside scoop to that. I have a 23-year-old daughter that is my stepdaughter, but she's my daughter. I don't look at her any different. I have 2 grandchildren and 1 on the way. We've had struggles with that. I have a 15-year-old son who has autism that, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional now, but that, honest to goodness, it's not a struggle every day, but life is different. Life is different when you have a child with special needs. Life is different in the way you approach things, the way you do things, the way you go about things. You have to stay one step ahead of everyone else in the form of like bullies, etc., because it's amazing to me. And I did a vlog a while back about some bullying that my 15-year-old had went through. And it's just, I have a platform that I can speak on that. I have a 10-year-old daughter, very athletic, hates school, hates it with a passion. I have a 8-year-old ballerina who literally, her aspiration is to be a professional ballerina like her aunt. She wants to travel the world. She wants to perform. That's what she wants to do. And I have a 5-year-old that is truly the baby of the family. Truly the baby. Stereotypical baby. He's all boy. He hates being away from the family. He loves family. He just loves life. He has a joy for life. Actually, all of my children have a joy for life that is contagious. So I got to thinking, what is my story? That's my story. That is my life. That's what makes me. When my husband got injured, I had an associate's degree, but I had a job. Actually, no. When he got injured, I didn't have a job. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I guess in theory, I had a job, because, look, staying home when you have 5 kids at home, well, I was pregnant. So we had 4 kids at home, and I had 1 in my belly. So, yeah, it was a full-time job. And no, it wasn't a 9 to 5 or a let's get paid an hourly wage, but it was a job. I ran kids to ballet, I ran kids to baseball, I ran kids to softball, school, field trips, doctor's appointments. I mean, it's just never ending. And then when my husband got hurt, literally in an instant, our life went from one thing to another. And by default, I've always loved numbers, because something you don't know about me is I'm dyslexic. And numbers, literally, I don't see them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't explain to you how I see them, but the way I see them, they're easy to work with. It's easy for me to do math. It's always been easy. I've never had a problem with math. So it's easy. That's something I've excelled at. Reading, I was good at reading, but I would memorize things, because if I didn't, I did not know when I read what I would see. And, when you're called upon to read in public, you never know what you're going to say, because sometimes your mind might see the word, and sometimes your mind might see, well, it might be something totally different. So in that theory, I've been different. I've always been different. I went to private school / homeschool until I was in high school. I only went to public school for 4 years. So, I lived in a very sheltered, bubbled life. And some people say that's bad. Some people say that's good. I have a different perspective on life from a lot of people because of the way I was raised. But we all do. We're all a product of our environment. So, as I was saying, I've been thinking, what is my reason for this? What and why am I deciding to vlog? And I've decided, if I want to be a spokesperson for my children, and I want to be a spokesperson for things that are different, and I need to start including my children. So, today you probably won't, but, from here on out, you probably will. And I say today you won't, just because of the fact that we have field trips, which I'm not getting to go to today. I have to work, but we have a field trip, we have softball, we have baseball. So I'm trying to jam in a whole bunch of stuff in a very short period of time. But we are going to start including the kids, so you can see, what life is about, how things are different. How can I be a spokesperson about change if I don't show you what we do, how we do? Like, I have, since Justin received his diagnosis of autism, which we knew relatively early. Like, I knew when Justin was 6 months old, I knew that he was different than what I just knew. Because there was things he had done and he would do that most typical 6-month-olds don't do. So I knew from a very early age, and so I started researching and doing and seeing, and okay, what do I need to do to make his environment good? We have lived a very structured life because of that. Because children with autism, they are very schedule oriented. Like, we get up at a certain time every day, we go to bed at a certain time every day, we eat at a certain time. And I've learned very quickly, if you're going to adjust things, or if things are going to change, I need to give him time to adjust to it. Like, if we're not eating at 5:30, I need to let him know, because I can't just spring things on him. Now, as he's gotten older, there's been things that he kind of ebbs and flows with, because he's learned how to maneuver life. And we've been very, very blessed with some awesome special education teachers, and just a great support system. But like I've said, if my reason for telling a story, and I go back to what Casey said, if my reason for telling a story is I want to empower people who are going through raising a special needs child, if I want to empower people who are dealing with workman's comp, you gotta involve that. If I'm just talking to you, yeah, that's great, but I need to show you what our daily struggles are, because trust me, we have some struggles. We have days where my husband, who is still dealing with his broke neck and back, can't even get out of bed. if I want to let you see what it's like to have a child with autism, I gotta let you see it. You know, we have days where we have meltdowns. I mean, there are some days where it's like you can't help but just cry and say a prayer and hang on for dear life. But I have to let you experience that. So that's my story. That's who I am. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a employee at a great company. I'm all these things. So I have to say thanks to that vlogger. Seriously, go check him out. I don't know on my phone if I can upload a link to his site, so just go search him out. He just goes by Casey Neistat. He is awesome. He is inspiring. He is seriously probably one of my most favorite vloggers right now. I mean, he is seriously awesome. And by the way, I know the last couple of days you guys have seen me drive through McDonald's. No, I don't eat at McDonald's all the time. Actually, I don't eat at McDonald's except one specific time. One specific time. When they do Monopoly, that's the only time I will eat at McDonald's. The only time. And I won't eat, I will only eat certain things because, well, I mean, you know, if I'm going to do it, increase your odds, right? So I get a medium drink, medium Sprite usually, and a hash brown. That gives me 4 chances. I know there's probably other chances, and I know the odds of winning are like, I don't know, according to McDonald's, 1 in 4. But what does that mean? Winning a McFlurry? Or what does that mean? But just a disclaimer, we don't actually eat out at all, but I spend my $2 every day to get me a pop and get a hash brown, and I only do it when it's Monopoly time. Anyway, so that's my story. That's who I am. That's what I've got to do. So now I'm going to be on a mission. So peace, subscribe, stay dazed and slightly confused, and hey, what's your story?